Hi, everyone. When I was a CEO and founder at Aydin, the largest fashion and design marketplace in Brazil, one day I was leaving Rocket Internet's office when my friend Marcio, the founder at Easy Taxi, the largest taxi app in Latin America, asked me for a ride. However, when he stepped into my car, it was a huge mess. There were water bottles spread all around. There was a broken air conditioner. He really didn't like it. But before he could say anything, I asked him, Marcio, when do you want me to take care of my car? When I come into my office, most of the auto shops haven't opened yet. And when I left, they're definitely already closed. Hi, my name is Fernando Sadi, and I'm the CEO and founder of Easy Carros. At Easy Carros, we're changing the way people interact with their cars. We're doing that by building the largest car services network in Latin America without having any auto shops or mechanics. Solving your auto problems is a big problem, especially in Latin America. In fact, dealerships and auto shops are a very fragmented market that have no idea how to treat their clients, how to manage their business, or even how to market that. From a client's perspective, you're usually stuck with two options. You can either go to a dealership or branded shop where you trust the quality of the service but think that the price is too expensive, or you can go to an independent auto shop where the price is more accessible but you have no idea the quality of the service. At Easy Carros, we solve that by connecting car owners with the best car service providers that go to your home, office, parking lot, or wherever your car is and fix your problem right on the spot with fixed prices and quality service providers. We make our money by charging a 20% commission out of sales and also through subscription, where both our B2C and B2B clients sign up to have frequent services delivered to them. The Brazilian car market is huge. In fact, it's the fifth largest car market in the world with 45 million cars and an $11 billion car service industry. And we started taking that market by storm. In fact, we're already in 32 cities in 4 states that make up 25% of the Brazilian population. We have seen amazing growth, growing on average around 24% month over month, attaining more than 13,000 orders and $350,000 in GMV. We've seen all that while clients keep coming back and have given us a Net Promoter Score of around 90. That has allowed us to have a very efficient unit economics, where our clients return in 12 months almost 3 times what it costs to acquire them. By doing so, we have been able to partner with companies such as Visa, Siemens, and Google, which has been a great first step into our B2B business model, where we're doing a subscription model to manage fleet services, and has been a very profitable approach to car services. That's why we've been recognized by top media as the future of the automotive industry, have been recognized as the top startup in Brazil and one of the top in the world by leading institutions such as Qualcomm Ventures and Frost & Sullivan, have raised a seed round from some of the leading angel investors in Latin America, and we've done all that because we have an experienced team that has grown and led some of the leading startups in our continent with 3 proven exits behind us. But we all know that the future of the car industry is changing. In fact, it will not be in the hand of mechanics, but in the hand of software engineers. And that's why today we're here to show you the future of the car industry, what I call SaaS, Software as a Car Service. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future of the car industry. Welcome to Easy Carros. Thank you.
Good job, Easy Carros judges.
How do you service the cars without any mechanic or shop or anything? Or is it limited to only very few things?
They're not ours, right? So what I mean by that is we're servicing them. They're not our contractors, they're not our employees. So sort of in the same way where Airbnb is building the largest hotel chain without having any rooms, we don't have any auto shops or mechanics in that sense. They do the service. We're actually connecting both parts.
So where are you guys making money? Are you charging the service providers?
Yeah, we're getting 20% commission out of every sale. So sort of like the Uber model or the where we're getting out of the sale. So for instance, a client will do a $100 purchase. We say with 20% out of that.
So I guess one problem I see with that, and I see with other marketplaces like this, is the chance of people circumventing the system. So how do you prevent that? Like, how do you create the incentive that they
Great
they pay
question.
through the system. Right?
Great question. Like you're talking about disintermediation, which is usually a problem with marketplaces. So to start with, we do both carrots and sticks, right? So we have incentives for them to actually show their Easy Cows. So they have an Easy Cows t-shirt and they have an Easy Cows business card, where for every client that they bring in, they're actually they're getting paid for that, what we call the provider get member program. And we're seeing a lot of our sales coming through that. From a client perspective, what we're doing is clients usually want to schedule a service if it's on demand or with a few hours in advance. They usually won't be able to get that from just calling one place. So we're able to have that network of providers that we can get there right on time. We haven't seen a lot of disintermediation. We do a lot of calls and we try to figure out. What we've seen is actually that these providers, and I could show you in some slides, they are actually advertising Easy Carros because it's a much better way of them to sponsor the service. For you to have an idea, 50% of their costs before were rent. We're allowing them to take off their rent and actually deliver these car services, where first they were paying rent to get the inflow of customers that were passing by on the streets. So we cut off 50% of their costs and charge 20%.
So do you, does the service provider go pick up the car and service it and bring it back, or the owner still has to go to the?
No, Tim, we're actually doing delivery car services. We're actually servicing right on the spot. So we're doing services that we are able to do in the car's location, right? So we can actually take our stuff there and we don't even remove it from.
So you're connecting them sort of with tow trucks. This is like a AAA for Brazil.
No, we're going there and doing the service there. We're not taking the car, so no tow truck involved. We're actually doing the service at his home or
so
office.
you bring it right to the car.
Exactly.
And the car needs the service, you bring it right to the car.
Exactly. We're doing that. And that's great, for instance, especially when we're talking now on our B2B model, when we're managing fleets. They actually don't have to take their cars anywhere. And it's different in Brazil, where here you have something like a Jiffy Lube, which is a huge brand. In Brazil, we don't have any huge brands in the auto market, so we're actually creating we want to be the largest brand in the auto services market.
So when you go to the car, you don't necessarily have the parts you need. You don't necessarily. So is this just for like an oil change and a tire improvement?
Exactly.
Cleaning?
So we started with simple services. Actually, we started with the simplest of all services. My idea was, how do I get the customer's car key? What is literally my step inside his car's door? So we started right in the beginning doing services such as dry washing his car, which was really frequent. So also from a customer acquisition perspective, if I'm having the same cost online and I'm having higher frequency and lifetime value, what I'm doing is I'm collecting data about his car. By our customers order us every 32 days on average. So I'm actually collecting data about his car, his kilometers, his tires, his oils, and then using that to cross-sell other services. So we can do right now 12 different services that we get, but that represents around 60 to 70% of the services that are actually done in a car.
For an average service provider, what's their average increase in revenue by being on your service?
All right, so we actually usually 1.5 to 2 times the profit, right? Around 50% increase, around 50 to 75% increase in their revenue. Why do I say their profit? We're taking off their largest cost, which is rent. So they're stopping to pay rent, which is 50%, and we are actually allowing them to stay seated in their cars or at their homes and actually doing their service. So we increase by 50% revenue, their profits, we almost double it.
All right. Good job, Easy Carros.